Hello, people. Welcome to another quick tip. So today is, now basically at least this first couple of sessions is just, let's say a therapeutic session of just, saying as it is or based on the way, I'm feeling. So it's usually, based on updates on, okay, what's the progress that's been happening because every day is progressful. I mean, hey, Jehovah, is that correct English? I don't know. I think it's correct. Every day is progress. Every day is progressing. Yes, but then is it progress? Is progressful something? Well, every day is progressing. So what's been happening? Okay, well, what's been happening? So basically, for the last couple of actually this week, I've not done much prospecting. I only did like a few. And when I even say a few, I think tomorrow is really the day I'm going to not even prospect, but yeah, just start reaching back out to all the people I've reached before that maybe I've not even responded or responded and kind of like just stopped halfway. Because basically after I got that first, bite, the first bite, I just used that to like even just put up like a structure of how at least in terms of, because right now what I'm realizing is a number of people will actually need social media management before they actually get into the social media marketing. So it's like, okay, if we're going to be combining them, so the first base of everybody basically just to get that social media, the management template even set up, which I've at least to a degree now. I know at least how I told you guys about that in the last episode that yeah, that's really gone. At least okay to some point. We have that all figured out to some point. So now basically what's happening next now is okay, tomorrow I'll start again with the at least to reach back out to people and everything. So what did I even have to come and even say in particular for this today's one? It was yes, back to my topic. So before, okay, well I remember how I put it. So there are quite a number of people that I had worked with or before, and there are quite a number of people that I had in a way directly or indirectly just made transfer. So for instance, one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to use my parents moved out from this place, right? And I wanted to use his house for like shortlets, And initially we actually discussed about it. We actually discussed it more than once, right? Only for me to ask him yesterday. So this is still the week after, like the Friday after the 20th, so 25th, So I just asked him, okay, like how far was even his residence, like just to get an update on what was up. People used to tell me that okay, yeah, so that finally they fixed the electricity because before the problem was there was no electricity and things like that. And I said, okay, now they've actually fixed the electricity now, and then he actually already has someone that wants to take it like on a long-term lease, that kind of something, that wants to take the main building. And I'm like, wow, like, I thought we already discussed this thing, like, I want to take it for and use it for short leg. And next thing you will say is, you're not serious. You're not serious about it now. And I'm like, well, you're the one that said as of then you were not even sure about it, and that you wanted basically for electricity to. I know, yes, his own plan was he wanted it to use for long term. I told you, you can generate more, then okay, we agreed on the rent. Then that okay, if it's that, no problem. I'll find the rent. At least the one that he wants to collect, and then his gen that is there because in his new place he doesn't need a generator. Then you give me the gen and everything. I'll try and get that up and running. But he said with God of electricity, that we will discuss it. And just yesterday, trying to let me see where we still stand. Only for me to get that, and then he says, you're not serious. Next thing, later in the evening, so my uncle, I had worked with another company temporarily, for in project management and things. And I guess for me, when things just start getting some kind of way, I don't know, because I'm not used to that corporate lifestyle of, someone just talking to you anyhow, and then just be taking and swallowing it for the longest. I guess that's the thing. Once things tire me, I leave it for them, go and find another way. That's the way it has been. Basically, that's actually true. Looking back at my history of work, professional work history, once someone or whoever it is starts talking too much or talking anyhow that, I leave that company for them to find out. And I know, yes, it's difficult always having to start all over again. Well, it's tough, but then having to always start all over again. Yes, I know, I understand it could be tough. Well, for this one now, for instance, I don't know, because this one was a family kind of thing, but I just went there because based on what I'm offering now, he was one person that at least used this social media marketing to actually find his leads and his buyers for his product. So before the chance of us meeting and talking was the mutual interest was, oh, okay, you're using this thing. Oh, that's what I'm actually doing. This was like a year ago. That's actually what I'm pushing myself into and I'm learning. So, but then he's already using it for his business and it's working. So I just kind of like tagged along. When you just tag along, because then it's like one of the reasons why I actually started just having a guy or a friend that I could just gonna hang out with, when I don't want to just be at home. But I know the lines got blurred. To me, I said the lines got blurred when he had now become a situation where he was paying me for doing the management, and he was the one that, when someone brings up these ideas, I don't worry, if you work with us, you can be getting something on the side, that kind of thing. And I think maybe I made the mistake, I could have, if in the state at which I was then, instead of probably now things I'm doing now in terms of pushing and trying to find clients of my own, in terms of the marketing and reaching out to prospects, then probably I guess the short-sightedness of, I don't know, I'm just saying, I'm thinking out loud, maybe the short-sightedness of an exciting thing that we'll be doing kind of like be doing together, and I'll be using that to learn and probably earn some, at least some extra change, because as of that point, the only change I really had was after selling my car. So that change was what was going to hold me for the foreseeable period, right? And we actually started off well, and everything, no problem, but then as time went on, in fact, after the first couple of projects, I just left it, after we finished, I was just, when the funds started dwindling, actually that's the truth, when my funds started dwindling, and I'm like, this guy that says he's going to give me something is not giving me anything, right? And I'm the one busting my balls basically, and then, each time he's, don't worry to come, and I know that clients are paying, maybe that's another foresight or insight or backside, I don't know how they call it, Sha. But then, if I know clients are paying, then what's up now? You should be able to, break off a pinch or something, I that's my own way of thinking, Sha. Maybe I'm wrong. So, but then when that was not forthcoming, after a while too, the first time I just left everything. So then they now called me back again when at some point when they had like multiple simultaneous projects running, and I said, I want you to come and handle this for me and everything, that you handle it, you get paid, let's discuss it now. Okay, no problem, let's discuss it now. That, of course, I did that project. It went smoothly, based on what we discussed. I just said, what do you want to even give? And they said the amount. Okay, no problem, fine. Then, long story short, after a couple of projects, when you start getting again to the point of, man, it's just, I guess it's just, I got kind of like fed up of, just every time degrading people, and to me, I'm like, in my own mind, why you, yes, yeah, I guess, and I was understanding because I know how it felt. If people are not putting in an effort, right, I understand, yes, but then, in my own eyes, I was putting in the effort. In terms of at least what needed to be done for his own projects to be completed, I was putting in that effort. Now, I was not putting effort on my own personal side for my own personal things, really. So it was really all focused on how do we get these jobs going and done. But then when it now becomes a situation where now I'm taking basically queries and insults or things that are not even within my own direct control. Like you get a contractor, now you say, as project manager, I should be the one to, not even, let's just say as project manager, I should be the one for the contractor that he hired by himself, I should be the one to have to make sure that, or follow up with the contractor to make sure that he delivers on the person that you are giving money directly. Okay, no problem, all well and good, fine, right? So, but then, to me, I guess now it's just, you think about it, but then things, insults, everything, just like, man, like, goddamn, you say that line of, I think the line of wanting, I guess that's another thing, the line of, wanting to even be a friend was really blurred when it now became, because of this kind of situation where he has to be paying, and of course at this point in time, even when we're even talking payment now, we're not even talking, for me, we're not talking, quality payment, because now things were delaying, you make an agreement like, before you pay down, it just was not coming for that. So after one of the last project, after I talk, I went, no problem, is that the situation? I mean, I already at least the contractor, no problem. You want to finish this project today, no wahala. He and the contractor, they are not talking. He's not giving, or he's not answering the contractor, or he's not giving funds. I'm like, no problem. I'll even go to that market since I already know the market. I'll go and get the things directly from the person that is supplying it or that is manufacturing it, and then we'll pay and say, as I got it back, give me, finish your project. That's all good and well. The funds that he was meant to give me as balance, I didn't even bother asking again because I know all those ones is just story. Because for me, it was like a recurring thing where when it comes to funds, then it becomes stories upon stories. But every other person, I don't know. For me, I felt business should not be done that way, or it's not meant to be done that way. Well, you pay up, you pay up, but you get as it is. For me, one big to understand it. Only for yesterday now. Okay. My uncle comes and we're discussing. And next thing he says, the guy's brother also says, because he said, I'm with them. And I was like, I'm not with them, no. I've left them. Like, I left them since I left them. So it's not like that's where my funds are coming from. I'm doing my own things to get my funds. I left them since, So, but then he says, the guy's brother says, I'm not serious. And, in the same day, two different people saying the same thing. And now the question that is on my mind is, what exactly is serious? How exactly do you show serious? Is it now being at and that is me I'm trying to understand. Is it now being at the beck and call of everybody or anybody just because say, my meal might come from there? Or that's basically my meal might come from there. Or is it based on the knowledge? Now, for instance, if you do normal apprenticeship, people that are doing business, right? Igbo guys, if you do an apprenticeship, depending on the number of years they decide, maybe you serve them for 6 years, maybe you serve them for 2 years, maybe you serve them for 5 years, and you open your own store. Within a year, or within this time period, me have the basic understanding of what I need to do in terms of setting up the structures and building it. Now, I decided I'm not even pushing that. His business is his business. I've left it to him. No negative feeling, no bad blood. Hey, peace, everybody keep on going that way. But then it comes back to he's not serious. And I'm wondering, he's not serious how? Because I didn't stay to keep being insulted? Is that why he's now not being serious? And I now come and look at it, because I now look at my own environment, right? And it baffles me. Not that it baffles me. Maybe because I'm really not used to that corporate lifestyle. Maybe that's why. Because I see sometimes the way some people talk to their employees, and the employees after a while, they sorry, and then the employees don't go anywhere. They will stay and they will take it, and then everything peace again. Then after a while again to happen again. But then years and years will go back. It's like a repeating cycle. Sometimes they will insult you, another time everything will calm down. But I think I at least based on what it has been now, I usually don't have that. I've not had that patience for somebody will come and be just insulting me because say what is the one that is financing everything. And I don't know, maybe it's me that doesn't know. But thinking about the first couple of places I had worked, I never had that kind of experience. Because I guess to some degree, maybe the people there were seeing what I was doing and saw it was valuable. So whenever they are speaking, okay, mutual respect, you're doing what you need to do, and you're doing it probably well enough, so it's working. But then the later stages of people is like, what exactly? In fact, the only place that, one of the places that I left, that I basically just thought, but that one actually my sister was working there at that point, and it was actually someone I actually enjoyed working with or working for, because I knew she would shout, but then her shouting and her pushing most times to me actually motivated me to want to push beyond what I felt was my breaking point. But then because I never saw our own shouting as insults for me personally, but then people within probably their immediate circle probably felt, for me it was, I put in the effort, and no matter how, you can see that the effort is being put. Now, of course, maybe because of experience, I don't know the depth of everything, but I'm putting in the effort based on what I know, and I'm trying to learn even more, right? And I'll deliver to the best of every ability that I can. But then when two different people, now, first it was my people that says, I'm not serious. Second was, okay, this one now saying, he's not serious. And I'm wondering, okay, people, is it that because I'm not calling to follow up every week, what's happening, every week, what's happening, every week, what's happening, maybe that's what people are meant to do, right? That's why I'm honestly trying to, review myself and say, okay, what exactly is it? When they say serious, what does serious mean? Now, most people that have been looking at it, when they do prospecting, they'll say, okay, give it 2 days, 3 days. But that the following up is really what determines, they'll see, okay, yeah, actually putting an effort, So what is the follow-up process? Is it that by the time I bombard them with different messages of, okay, alpha, that's what shows that I'm serious? At least maybe for my payment, if I was disturbing him every 1 week. But the thing again, when it comes to my payment and all these people is, I've gotten to, as I said, that this is when I'm 31 and going. I've gotten to the stage where I don't want it to look like whether there is, how do I put it? Like the kind of situation where it's like, I'm 100% dependent on what, if it comes from them, it comes from them. That it has to 100% come from them, like my resources and things like that. So I try to avoid anything that has to do with me having to ask family. I try to kind of like avoid it because to me, the part of what has been battling with me is that, maybe before now, even at this point in time, if I was thinking before, I think maybe that's another thing. I didn't think and plan ahead of time. But in my own belief, I didn't believe I could not have thought I would be in this stage now. And when I say at this stage now is, okay, being not even having like a consistent income in some kind of way, and maybe once in a while, as of right now, basically, I thank God that at least I'm moving forward. But then, having a base, because now it's just like I'm rebuilding the base, and okay, now it's like closer to all the other rubbish and just be building on. Anyhow it comes, it's going to come, just keep following it. So the dependency was on God. Anything God brings my way, I believe at least is the wisdom or the knowledge that comes each day to just push forward. I use that to push forward. If I started this a year ago, it probably would have been different, with the effort, right? Maybe I'll have seen more people and things, and maybe at least that way I'll know that each month, at least with the effort, maybe this kind of, I'll have learned even more, and this kind of amount can be coming in. When all the times when I, at least before the car got stolen, my uncle's car got stolen, I knew, okay, this was coming from this business, So, but then it was not in my direct, not that I will not even say it was in my direct control, but any which way, it still boils down to what exactly is serious. How exactly do you show serious? Now, as employees, do you just sit down and keep taking it because, okay, there's no hope of finding something else? And of course, I guess maybe that's another thing. Maybe because, and that's part of the reasons why I really look forward to, getting my own place and having to fully sort my own bills, right? Because now, at least, because I'm still staying in the beauty of my people's place, because I'm not paying rent, I'm not buying water, then that's why I can, if I like, I vex and I leave. After I work with some people for a while, I leave and I say I'm starting over again afresh. Because maybe if I had to actually be paying my own bills, then I'll have to just take all the bullshit anybody wants to give me, and I'll swallow it with, with salt and sugar and say, yes, no problem. Now waiting we get, so we must keep on. Because now, if they talk to me, if I try to chest it and I can't chest it beyond what I can chest again, not that I can't chest it beyond what I can chest again, but because, if it's negatively impacting on me, then why should I stay? If someone does not see your value, why should I try and force my value there? Why should I try and prove myself to somebody? So that, okay, maybe in the future it will raise my salary. Is that really it? But I don't want that. Maybe, okay, that's not my own style. If somebody wants to see your value, they see it, and it's better, okay, maybe because maybe I'm the one that is taking this wrong. Maybe it was because I accepted, okay, yeah, throw it at us, yes, so that it doesn't throw it at the direct staffs or people that we're employing. So throw it at us, we are assigned kind of like a management team, throw it at us. But then it's like, I don't know, they say leaders are meant to empower people, and the thing is, for instance, I had this altercation a couple of times with some of the people I employed to do grills, but those ones I physically felt that visibly saw they were not putting in the effort. They were not putting in the effort in the marketing. They were not putting in the effort in maybe even in questioning, okay, what should we do to make this product better? You just sit down, you come and gist, and you wait, okay, money will come. Now, in that kind of situation, yes, I got angry and I spoke to them anyhow. But then even after it, I was like, maybe I should not, I thought about it, I should not speak to this guy this way. But then, when people are being bigots and feeling, what is it? So it's like, okay, take money and fuck off, basically, But in the situation where, okay, maybe in my mind I'm putting in the effort, trying to make sure that the work is delivered, and yeah, of course, in the fact that I had to go and push out of my own kind of like comfort zone, waiting for client, the contractors to do their jobs. Now I use that opportunity to know the market properly. Okay, I already knew the market around, but for those extra parts now, I knew where I could go and get those direct products. For every stage of the process now, I knew where I would go directly and I'll get everything I need to finish my build. Now, let's look at it this way. These are high ticket items. The one I contracted me for to come and finish, I finished that project with less than 3 million. The entire project, I finished it with less than 3 million. To him, that was like one of the very first times that had ever happened to him, that the project would finish under 3 million. Now, that client was charged 4 million for that project. He had 1 million. At the end of that, when we finally received the 1 million, right, he gave me 50k out of the 1 million. Right? That's, yes, bonus. Take that, 50k. Now, if I decided, okay, let me even start advertising this thing more, and let me get a project like that, and I know that I can build that for 3 million, and I'm charging 4 million for it. Now, if I get one client, that's 1 million. If I do well, maybe I may even do well. Let me say I get 700. So I don't want to overcharge. I even get 500 from one build because I don't want to overcharge, right? That's high tickets. That's good. Get 112 that a month. You're pretty good. Make sure everybody is there. Now, coming and saying SNMA that people don't even understand, they are just thinking it's Facebook. I know that this maybe. Okay, now for that aspect, I said, okay, let me not push it. So I'm not in a direct competition. He has found his own grace and his own niche. Let him be using it. Me too, let me go and find my own. All this while I've been trying to find my own. I've done Google, I've done DJing, I've done Uber, I've done what I've basically done. So let me find my own, that I know that this is what me too I'm pushing. Yes, we could come in the of course the company will go to a point where yes, it's stable enough and it will acquire more people and people have permanent teams and everything and it will build it. But then, how do I stand and become my own man? Do I not stand and be waiting for him to, okay, until he pays me, I don't eat? Because at the end of the day, the work we're doing is almost every day. Because I work, basically when I was doing that project, I work every day to deliver on the projects. Sunday to Sunday, because I want my project to finish. So as far as I have people that are going to work on those days, I work every day and I make sure I deliver on my project. Yes, it was not perfect, but then in the experience I was getting, I was using that to learn, to better myself. And I now know, at least I know more than I knew when I started. I think that's one of the things also, learning the experience I get from it, is valuable. But the question now still becomes, what exactly is unserious? That is my question. That is my, what is the unserious? Being dependent or not, deciding not to be dependent, is that what is unserious? Because that's really, for me, that's that financial freedom. I think that's what everybody is working for, right? In the long run, really and truly. Apart from people that just want to be employees all their lives. And I don't think I'm talking even normal employees. I guess by the time you decide to be an employee and you lock up to that, then as you go, you can find other means of balancing out. Because yes, when I was, for instance, working with IIT, I just jumped and took the leap and said, okay, no, I'm going to go and be doing growth. But afterwards, I realized, okay, wait. And again, part of it was not understanding what the concept of being a business owner was. Feeling like I had to be the one to physically do it. Well, I now realized, later on, that no, I could get people. Yes, I hired people at some point in time, but I could get people, and the main thing for me was to always find the money to sustain the businesses. So yes, you can be an employee, your income, you now start investing in all these things, and then it's just having to do the extra work. You work, okay, sometimes I don't work as well, but then you put a structure in place that can make it work for you. But then, some people are great and happy to be employees, man. But for me, is that my own drive? It's not like I didn't enjoy what I was doing. Right? I enjoyed the construction process, but then I also saw that in the construction process, the number of heads that were there, you don't need. Yes, it was good enough to be able to try and start breaking down different people and putting them in different roles, apart from the actual guys that are doing the technical handwork. Which part of what I started doing was actually joining the guys that were doing the handwork. So it's not that I'm just standing and looking at the process, I'm joining them to actually carry out these jobs. So I'm learning even more. The other guys that were there, okay, I put it, okay, you don't worry, for every day you come here, you take the pictures and send it to him. Create the content. So he's kind of like getting someone that will create, although he comes and creates his own content by himself. But then at least, instead of the other guy to just stand around and just become, maybe maybe some people just like that superficial. Maybe that's what it is. Me, I don't understand that. You just sit and you ask questions and you tell them, I know you want to do like this. Yeah, I'll join in the actual work. I'm saying, okay, and then when you're here, create the content and send it to him so he can edit and put on the platforms. So at least you spread out the work, and of course after you finish, you go to another site and take the same content and put, but then I don't know, maybe would you have now I really don't understand, and I really want to understand. I told my uncle, okay, like for him, because he said he told the guy that I want to talk, and I said yes, please. When they see each other and talk, let them actually ask. I want to know was that one serious? And you guys, I don't know. Let me open this up to you guys. What do you think serious is, and what do you think unserious is? In terms of the pursuit for something, in terms of pursuit for me now, for my own financial freedom. For you, I don't know what your own is. Maybe just retaining your job, or I don't know, getting promotion in your job, or even trying to acquire a new business. What is serious and what is unserious for you? In terms of when you are leading prospect or seeing prospects, let me know that. Okay, good. I'm not angry. Everybody is fine. Have a great